Hello, I'm Christian, and welcome to episode 1 of Language Games. Hello and welcome to Language Games. In this series, I will be testing your ability to learn a language using experiments from cognitive science and showing you what they reveal about the best way to learn languages. In this episode, I will be testing your short-term memory and its flexibility. And this is really important because it tells me about your ability to learn vocabulary. And I'm going to show you why you've probably been learning vocabulary wrong all this time. Let's get started. This experiment is really simple. I am going to play you 2 tones with a 5-second space in between. All you have to do is tell me if the tones are identical or different. Are you ready? Here are the first 2 tones. So, what do you think? Identical or different? Let's have a look at the answer. They are identical. Did you get it correct? Okay, let's try again. 2 tones, 5-second space. So, what do you think this time? Are they identical or are they different? Let's have a look. Ooh, they're different. Did you get that correct? Now, we are going to continue the experiment, but we are going to make a small modification. Again, I'm going to play 2 tones, but instead of 5 seconds of silence, you're going to hear 5 seconds of me counting. But again, you have to say if the tones are identical or different. Ready? Here are the first tones. 7, 5, 1, 2, 9, 6. What do you think? Identical or different? Let's look at the answer. They're different. Okay, let's repeat that. Again, 2 tones with me counting. 4, 3, 8, 1, 9, 7. So, what do you think? Identical or different? Let's have a look at the answer. They are identical. Did you get that correct? Okay, now for the third and final part of our experiment. Again, you're going to hear 2 tones, but instead of 5 seconds of silence or 5 seconds of counting, you're going to hear more tones. Let's begin. Now that was much more difficult. So what do you think? Were they different or identical? Let's have a look at the answer. Ooh, they were different. Okay, let's try again. So, what do you think? Identical or different? Let's look at the answer. Ooh, again, they were different. Now, that third and final part of the experiment was much more difficult than the first and the second parts. And if you got them all correct, then you are a memory and attention genius. But why was it so much more difficult? Because we still had two tones and we didn't change the quantity of information between the tones. We only changed the type. But this tells us something really interesting about how our brains work and how our memory works. If we try to remember too much of the same type of information, it becomes much more difficult. But unfortunately, that's what a lot of students do when they try to learn vocabulary. You know, in your workbooks or in your apps or in your courses, when you have big lists of synonyms or similar words, that is actually making your learning more difficult, and that is proven by the science. The effect of learning synonyms together is so strong that it can make learning 50 to 100% more difficult. Being 100% more difficult means that it would take twice as many repetitions to learn these words compared to learning unrelated words. Isn't that incredible? It means that the way that a lot of students learn vocabulary means that it will take them twice as long. So, how should you learn vocabulary? Well, you should learn vocabulary that is related thematically, not semantically. Basically, you should learn vocabulary like you are telling a story. Let me give you some examples. Instead of learning synonyms or near synonyms like dish, bowl, plate, or shirt, jacket, and sweater, you should be learning them in themes like beach, sunny, swim, and library, whisper, and quiet. So now you have one of the secrets to effective vocabulary learning. I'm Christian. This is Canguro English. I'll see you in class.